Question 1. What does a high occupancy vehicle, HOV, fine sign indicate and who is it applicable to? A. Indicates a lane reserved for vehicles with a minimum number of occupants, applicable to all drivers. B. Signifies an upcoming toll booth, applicable to all drivers. C. Marks a parking area exclusively for high occupancy vehicles, applicable to drivers with passengers only. Answer. A. Indicates a lane reserved for vehicles with a minimum number of occupants, applicable to all drivers. An HOV fine sign indicates lanes reserved for vehicles with more than one occupant, typically to promote carpooling and reduce congestion. Question 2. If you come across a no shoulder sign while driving, what should you be prepared for? A. An area with reduced speed limits. B. A lane ending ahead. C. A roadway without a safe stopping place on the side. Answer. C. A roadway without a safe stopping place on the side. The no shoulder sign warns drivers that there is no safe area to stop alongside the road, requiring extra caution. Question 3. How should you approach driving over a bridge marked with a narrow bridge sign? A. Increase speed to clear the bridge quickly. B. Be prepared for a decrease in the width of the road and drive slowly. C. Stop and check for oncoming traffic before crossing. Answer. B. Be prepared for a decrease in the width of the road and drive slowly. A narrow bridge sign indicates that the bridge ahead is not as wide as the road, necessitating reduced speed and increased caution. Question 4. When you see an amenities available sign on the highway, what types of facilities can you expect to find nearby? A. Roadside rest areas and scenic viewpoints. B. Gas stations, restaurants, and possibly lodging. C. Speed limit changes and traffic updates. Answer. B. Gas stations, restaurants, and possibly lodging. An amenities available sign informs drivers about nearby facilities like gas stations, restaurants, and hotels. Question 5. What precautions should you take when approaching a trolley station sign? A. Increase speed to avoid delaying the trolley. B. Be alert for pedestrians and prepared to stop if necessary. C. Honk to alert the trolley of your presence. Answer. B. Be alert for pedestrians and prepared to stop if necessary. When approaching a trolley station, drivers should be cautious of pedestrians crossing the road and be prepared to stop. Question 6. At what distance should you signal before making a turn in urban areas? A. At least 100 feet before the turn. B. Immediately before turning. C. At least 200 feet before the turn. Answer. A. At least 100 feet before the turn. California law requires signaling at least 100 feet before turning in urban areas to alert other drivers and pedestrians of your intent. Question 7. What is the legal blood alcohol concentration? BASI, limit for drivers over 21 years of age in California. A. 0, 8%. B. 0, 5%. C. 0, 10%. Answer. A. 0, 8%. In California, the legal BASI limit for drivers over 21 is 0, 8%, and exceeding this limit can result in a DUI charge. Question 8. How should you respond to a pedestrian at a crosswalk with no traffic lights? A. Yield and let the pedestrian cross. B. Continue driving if the pedestrian is not yet on your side of the road. C. Sound your horn to alert the pedestrian. Answer. A. Yield and let the pedestrian cross. Drivers must always yield to pedestrians at crosswalks, regardless of traffic lights, to ensure their safety. Question 9. What is the appropriate action when approaching a school bus with flashing red lights? A. Slow down and pass carefully. B. Stop and wait until the lights stop flashing. C. Honk to alert the bus driver. Answer B. Stop and wait until the lights stop flashing. When a school bus has flashing red lights, drivers in both directions must stop and wait until the lights are turned off and the bus moves on. Question 10. How do you determine the right-of-way at an intersection with no signs or signals? A. The vehicle to the left has the right-of-way. B. The vehicle that arrives first has the right-of-way. C. The largest vehicle has the right-of-way. Answer B. The vehicle that arrives first has the right-of-way. At an intersection without signs or signals, the first vehicle to arrive at the intersection has the right-of-way. Question 11. What does a solid white line on the road indicate? A. Indicates a bike lane. B. Marks the edge of the roadway. C. Separates lanes of traffic moving in the same direction and discourages lane changing. Answer C. Separates lanes of traffic moving in the same direction and discourages lane changing. A solid white line typically signifies that lane changes are discouraged due to potential hazards or road layout. Question 12. In a heavy fog situation, what type of lights should you use? A. High beams. B. Fog lights or low beams. C. Hazard lights. Answer B. Fog lights or low beams. In heavy fog, drivers should use fog lights or low beams, as high beams can reflect off the fog and impair visibility. Question 13. What are the consequences of refusing a blood alcohol test when pulled over by law enforcement? A. A warning and a fine. B. Mandatory attendance in a driver's education course. C. Suspension or revocation of your driver's license. Answer C. Suspension or revocation of your driver's license. Refusing a blood alcohol test in California can lead to the suspension or revocation of your driving privileges. Question 14. Describe the proper procedure for changing lanes on a multi-lane highway. A. Signal, check mirrors, and quickly move to the next lane. B. Signal, check mirrors and blind spots, and then change lanes when safe. C. Change lanes immediately without signaling to keep traffic flowing. Answer B. Signal, check mirrors and blind spots, and then change lanes when safe. Proper lane changing involves signaling, checking mirrors and blind spots, and ensuring it is safe before moving into the next lane. Question 15. What should you do if your vehicle begins to skid on a wet road? A. Brake hard and steer in the opposite direction of the skid. B. Take your foot off the gas and steer in the direction you want to go. C. Accelerate to gain control. Answer B. Take your foot off the gas and steer in the direction you want to go. If your vehicle begins to skid, it's important to remain calm, take your foot off the gas, and gently steer in the direction you want the vehicle to go. Question 16. When is it legal to make a U-turn in a residential area? A. Anytime, as long as the road is clear. B. Only at intersections. C. When there are no signs prohibiting U-turns and you have clear visibility. Answer C. When there are no signs prohibiting U-turns and you have clear visibility. In California, U-turns in residential areas are legal when there are no prohibiting signs and you have sufficient visibility to ensure safety. Question 17. How far must you park from a fire hydrant? A. 10 feet. B. 15 feet. C. 5 feet. Answer B. 15 feet. California law requires drivers to park at least 15 feet away from a fire hydrant to ensure access for emergency vehicles. Question 18. What is the minimum following distance you should maintain from the vehicle in front of you? A. 2-second rule. B. 3-second rule. C. 5-second rule. Answer B. 3-second rule. The 3-second rule is a guideline to maintain a safe following distance from the vehicle ahead, providing enough time for reaction in case of sudden stops. Question 19. In what situations are you required to yield to emergency vehicles with sirens and flashing lights? A. Only when the emergency vehicle is approaching from behind. B. Whenever the emergency vehicle is in motion and using sirens or lights. C. Only at intersections. Answer: B. Whenever the emergency vehicle is in motion and using sirens or lights. Drivers must yield to emergency vehicles with sirens and lights on, regardless of their direction, to ensure their unimpeded passage. Question 20. How should you respond if your vehicle's accelerator sticks while driving? A. Pump the brakes and turn off the engine. B. Shift to neutral and apply the brakes. C. Continue to steer and wait for the vehicle to stop. Answer: B. Shift to neutral and apply the brakes. If your accelerator sticks, shift to neutral, apply the brakes, and steer the vehicle to a safe area before turning off the engine. Question 21. What actions should you take when approaching a stopped emergency vehicle displaying flashing lights on the roadside? A. Slow down and move over a lane if safe to do so. B. Maintain your speed and lane position. C. Increase your speed to pass the scene quickly. Answer: A. Slow down and move over a lane if safe to do so. It is important to slow down and move over to provide a safe space for emergency responders and the stopped vehicle. Question 22. How do seatbelt laws apply to passengers in the back seat in California? A. Only front seat passengers are required to wear seatbelts. B. All passengers, including those in the back seat, must wear seatbelts. C. Back seat passengers over 18 are not required to wear seatbelts. Answer: B. All passengers, including those in the back seat, must wear seatbelts. California law requires all vehicle occupants, regardless of seating position, to wear seatbelts. Question 23. What is the recommended action if you miss your exit on the freeway? A. Stop and reverse to the exit. B. Proceed to the next exit. C. Make a U-turn at the median. Answer: B. Proceed to the next exit. If you missed your freeway exit, it's safest to proceed to the next exit rather than attempting dangerous maneuvers. Question 24. Describe the steps you should follow when your car starts to hydroplane. A. Accelerate and steer in the opposite direction of the skid. B. Gently ease off the accelerator and keep the steering wheel straight. C. Brake hard and steer towards the skid. Answer: B. Gently ease off the accelerator and keep the steering wheel straight. When hydroplaning, it's important to gently ease off the gas and maintain a straight steering direction until you regain control. Question 25. When is it permissible to pass another vehicle on the right? A. When the vehicle ahead is making a left turn. B. On roads with 2 or more lanes moving in the same direction. C. It is never permissible to pass on the right. Answer: B. On roads with 2 or more lanes moving in the same direction. Passing on the right is allowed when there are multiple lanes heading in the same direction or when the vehicle you are passing is turning left. Question 26. In what circumstances is it mandatory to stop for a school bus on a divided highway? A. Only if you are traveling in the same direction as the bus. B. Regardless of the direction you are traveling. C. You do not need to stop on a divided highway. Answer: C. You do not need to stop on a divided highway. On a divided highway, only vehicles traveling in the same direction as the school bus are required to stop. Question 27. What is the rule regarding the use of headphones while driving in California? A. Headphones can be used in both ears for music. B. Headphones can be used in one ear only. C. Using headphones in both ears while driving is illegal. Answer C. Using headphones in both ears while driving is illegal. It's important for drivers to hear traffic and emergency signals, so wearing headphones in both ears is prohibited. Question 28. How should you react to an oncoming vehicle with high beams at night? A. Flash your high beams to signal the driver. B. Focus on the right side of your lane and avoid looking directly at the lights. C. Turn on your high beams in response. Answer B. Focus on the right side of your lane and avoid looking directly at the lights. This helps maintain your vision without being blinded by the high beams. Question 29. What is the speed limit in a school zone when children are present? A. 25 miles per hour. B. 15 miles per hour. C. 20 miles per hour. Answer A. 25 miles per hour. The speed limit in school zones when children are present is typically 25 miles per hour, but it's always important to check for posted signs as limits can vary. Question 30. Explain the 3-second rule for safe following distances. A. Maintain a distance that allows for 3 seconds of travel time between your car and the car in front. B. Follow 3 car lengths behind the vehicle in front. C. Count to 3 before following a vehicle that has just passed you. Answer A. Maintain a distance that allows for 3 seconds of travel time between your car and the car in front. This rule helps ensure a safe following distance, giving you time to react to sudden stops. Question 31. When parallel parking, how close should your vehicle be to the curb? A. Within 18 inches. B. Exactly 12 inches. C. No more than 24 inches. Answer A. Within 18 inches. California law requires that vehicles parked parallel to the curb be within 18 inches of the curb. Question 32. Describe the correct use of a roundabout or traffic circle. A. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout, then proceed counterclockwise. B. Enter without yielding and turn left immediately. C. Stop inside the roundabout to allow other cars to enter. Answer A. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout, then proceed counterclockwise. Drivers should yield to oncoming traffic and navigate roundabouts in a counterclockwise direction. Question 33. What are the guidelines for using carpool lanes in California? A. Only vehicles with 2 or more occupants can use carpool lanes. B. Any vehicle can use carpool lanes during off-peak hours. C. Motorcycles and electric vehicles are also permitted, regardless of the number of occupants. Answer C. Motorcycles and electric vehicles are also permitted, regardless of the number of occupants. In addition to high occupancy vehicles, motorcycles and electric vehicles can use carpool lanes. Question 34. What should you do if you encounter an animal on the road while driving? A. Honk continuously to scare it away. B. Slow down or stop if necessary and wait for the animal to cross. C. Swerve quickly to avoid the animal. Answer B. Slow down or stop if necessary and wait for the animal to cross. For safety, it's best to reduce your speed and allow the animal to move safely off the road. Question 35. In what situation is it required to use your vehicle's horn? A. To signal to drivers who are driving too slowly. B. To alert others of your presence when necessary to avoid collisions. C. As a signal when passing another vehicle on a 2-lane road. Answer B. To alert others of your presence when necessary to avoid collisions. The horn should be used sparingly and only to prevent accidents. Question 36. How does the law in California address texting while driving? A. Texting is allowed for drivers over the age of 21. B. Texting while driving is completely prohibited. C. Texting is allowed when stopped at red lights. Answer B. Texting while driving is completely prohibited. In California, texting while driving is illegal for drivers of all ages to reduce distractions and increase road safety. Question 37. What steps should you take if your vehicle's brakes fail? A. Pump the brake pedal rapidly and gently apply the parking brake. B. Accelerate to gain momentum and use the environment to slow down. C. Shift to a higher gear and wait for the vehicle to stop. Answer A. Pump the brake pedal rapidly and gently apply the parking brake. Pumping the brakes can build up enough pressure to stop the car, and the parking brake can be used as a backup. Question 38. What is the correct procedure for making a left turn at a red light from a one-way street to another one-way street? A. It is never allowed to turn on a red light. B. Complete the turn without stopping if the road is clear. C. Stop, check for traffic and pedestrians, then turn if it's safe. Answer C. Stop, check for traffic and pedestrians, then turn if it's safe. In California, it is legal to turn left on a red light when turning from a one-way street to another one-way street. Question 39. Explain the importance of checking blind spots when changing lanes. A. To check for vehicles that may not be visible in the rearview mirrors. B. To look for pedestrians crossing the road. C. To ensure there are no animals on the road. Answer A. To check for vehicles that may not be visible in the rearview mirrors. Blind spots are areas that are not visible in mirrors, and checking them is crucial for safe lane changes. Question 40. How should you adjust your driving in response to adverse weather conditions like heavy rain or fog? A. Increase your speed to get out of the weather more quickly. B. Keep your driving style unchanged. C. Reduce speed, increase following distance, and use appropriate lights. Answer C. Reduce speed, increase following distance, and use appropriate lights. Adverse weather conditions reduce visibility and increase stopping distances, necessitating more cautious driving. Question 41. What should you do if you are involved in a minor collision with no injuries? A. Leave the scene immediately. B. Move your vehicle out of traffic if possible, then exchange information with the other driver. C. Wait inside your vehicle for the police to arrive. Answer. B. Move your vehicle out of traffic if possible, then exchange information with the other driver. In minor collisions without injuries, it's best to move vehicles out of the way of traffic, and then exchange contact and insurance information. Question 42. How should a driver respond to an intersection with a malfunctioning traffic light? A. Treat it as a four-way stop. B. Continue as if the lights are working normally. C. The first driver to arrive has the right of way. Answer. A. Treat it as a four-way stop. When traffic lights are out or malfunctioning, the intersection should be treated as a four-way stop, with drivers taking turns to proceed. Question 43. When is it legal to drive in the bicycle lane? A. When passing a slower vehicle. B. Up to 200 feet before making a right turn. C. It is never legal to drive in a bicycle lane. Answer. B. Up to 200 feet before making a right turn. In California, drivers are allowed to enter the bicycle lane up to 200 feet before making a right turn, after ensuring it is safe. Question 44. Describe the protocol for yielding to public transit vehicles like buses in California. A. Buses always have the right of way. B. Yield to buses signaling to re-enter traffic from a bus stop. C. You do not need to yield to public transit vehicles. Answer. B. Yield to buses signaling to re-enter traffic from a bus stop. Drivers should yield to public transit buses attempting to merge back into traffic from a bus stop. Question 45. What are the legal requirements for child passenger safety seats in California? A. Children under 8 years old or under 4'9" tall must be secured in a car seat or booster. B. Child safety seats are optional. C. Only infants and toddlers require car seats. Answer. A. Children under 8 years old or under 4'9" tall must be secured in a car seat or booster. This law ensures the safety of young children in vehicles. Question 46. How should you adjust your driving behavior in a construction zone? A. Increase speed to clear the area quickly. B. Follow posted signs and reduce speed accordingly. C. Keep the same speed as in normal driving conditions. Answer. B. Follow posted signs and reduce speed accordingly. In construction zones, it's important to be cautious, reduce speed, and adhere to any posted signage. Question 47. What is the correct action if you accidentally drive past the exit you intended to take on a freeway? A. Make a U-turn through the median. B. Continue to the next exit and find an alternative route. C. Stop and reverse back to the exit. Answer. B. Continue to the next exit and find an alternative route. If you miss your exit, it's safest to proceed to the next exit and then reroute. Question 48. Explain the law regarding yielding to pedestrians in California. A. Drivers must yield to pedestrians only in marked crosswalks. B. Pedestrians have the right of way at all times. C. Drivers should yield to pedestrians at crosswalks and intersections. Answer. C. Drivers should yield to pedestrians at crosswalks and intersections, whether marked or unmarked, to ensure pedestrian safety. Question 49. What steps should you take immediately after your vehicle has been involved in a collision? A. Leave the scene to find help. B. Stay at the scene, ensure everyone's safety, and exchange information. C. Immediately call your insurance company. Answer. B. Stay at the scene, ensure everyone's safety, and exchange information. After a collision, it's important to stay at the scene, check for injuries, and exchange information with the other involved parties. Question 50. How should you position your vehicle's wheels when parking uphill next to a curb? A. Turn the wheels away from the curb. B. Keep the wheels straight. C. Turn the wheels towards the curb. Answer. A. Turn the wheels away from the curb. When parking uphill, turn the wheels away from the curb so that if the vehicle rolls, it will roll away from the street. Question 51. What is the proper procedure for passing a motorcycle on the road? A. Pass closely to save space. B. Use the full adjacent lane to pass. C. Honk to alert the motorcycle rider. Answer. B. Use the full adjacent lane to pass. When passing a motorcycle, it's important to use the full lane to ensure safety and provide sufficient space. Question 52. Describe the correct actions to take when a traffic officer directs you to do something contrary to road signs. A. Follow the traffic officer's instructions. B. Adhere to the road signs regardless of the officer's directions. C. Stop and ask the officer for clarification. Answer. A. Follow the traffic officer's instructions. When a traffic officer's instructions differ from signs, always follow the officer's directions. Question 53. What should you do if your right wheels move off the pavement? A. Brake hard and steer left immediately. B. Gradually reduce your speed and steer back onto the pavement when safe. C. Accelerate and steer back onto the pavement quickly. Answer: B. Gradually reduce your speed and steer back onto the pavement when safe. If your wheels leave the pavement, slow down and gently steer back onto the road. Question 54. How is a driver's following distance expected to change in inclement weather? A. Decrease the following distance. B. Keep the same following distance. C. Increase the following distance. Answer: C. Increase the following distance. In bad weather, increasing your following distance is crucial for safe stopping and reaction time. Question 55. What are the rules regarding leaving children unattended in a vehicle in California? A. It is always illegal to leave children unattended in a vehicle. B. Children over 6 years old can be left unattended. C. Children under 6 years old cannot be left unattended unless supervised by someone at least 12 years old. Answer: C. Children under 6 years old cannot be left unattended unless supervised by someone at least 12 years old. This rule is designed to protect children from potential hazards. Question 56. Describe the actions to take when approaching a railroad crossing with no barriers or signals. A. Speed up to cross the tracks quickly. B. Stop, look, and listen for trains before proceeding. C. Cross the tracks without stopping. Answer: B. Stop, look, and listen for trains before proceeding. At unmarked railroad crossings, it's important to be cautious and ensure no trains are approaching. Question 57. What does a flashing yellow traffic light signify, and how should a driver respond? A. Stop and proceed when the way is clear. B. Proceed with caution without stopping. C. The traffic light is about to turn red. Answer: B. Proceed with caution without stopping. A flashing yellow light indicates that you should slow down and proceed with caution. Question 58. How should you react if you are being tailgated by another vehicle? A. Brake sharply to warn the tailgater. B. Maintain your speed and allow the vehicle to pass. C. Increase your speed to create distance. Answer: B. Maintain your speed and allow the vehicle to pass. When being tailgated, it's best to stay calm, maintain your speed, and allow the tailgater to pass when possible. Question 59. What is the appropriate response if you experience a tire blowout while driving? A. Brake immediately and steer towards the shoulder. B. Maintain control of the vehicle, slow down gradually, and steer towards a safe area. C. Accelerate to balance the vehicle. Answer: B. Maintain control of the vehicle, slow down gradually, and steer towards a safe area. In the event of a tire blowout, it's important to keep the vehicle steady and decelerate slowly before pulling over. Question 60. Explain the procedure for safely backing up your vehicle. A. Back up quickly to minimize time moving in reverse. B. Look over your shoulder at the rear while backing up. C. Rely solely on your rearview mirror. Answer: B. Look over your shoulder at the rear while backing up. When reversing, it's important to turn and look directly through the rear window in addition to using mirrors.